All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. It is, in fact, your buddy Ardent, and we're talking about, well, not exactly dinosaurs today, but something close. And let me just bring. I do apologize. I'm having some new issues with OBS. There was just an update, and I just spent the last, hour and a half trying to do setup for a 5-minute video. Yeah, this is all the fun. Thanks, OBS. In any case, let me just bring up our story today. Actually, before I do that, let me just put the thumbnail back. Make sure I have the right image on the second screen. And that will be this one. And this one. There we go. Okay. Some of you guys may be curious about why there's a hippie in the thumbnail. I just thought it was a funny... Let me just clear that for a second. I just thought it was a funny gif. Or a funny meme, rather. You know, gets job as a paleontologist. Starts telling people that the T-Rex was the reptile of peace. Yeah. I think we should have a bit of fun with this one. It is Terra Nova Tuesday, after all. In any case, let me just kill that and bring that up. Okay, so from Saltwire today, and you will find the archived link in stream, or in the description, rather. Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at a new display element, and it kind of confused me for a moment, which apparently isn't difficult. But in any case, they have found a fossil in Upper Island Cove, and it is being touted as one of the most important sites in the world, with specimens completely new to science, according to a professor from Memorial University. You know, the same Memorial University that doesn't think the Ode to Newfoundland should be played anymore in Newfoundland. So, the Avalon Peninsula find is roughly 560 million years old. And I'm going to give you guys some context geographically for this, if I can. That's not working. Let's try that button. And I do apologize for being a little bit out of place here. Okay, so this find was made in Upper Island Cove in Newfoundland, which is on the Avalon Peninsula. Let me just see if I'm going to end up doxing myself if I use a map. I am not. Okay, good. Scroll right back in there. And move that to the center. Okay, so this find, which is being displayed here, and I will point out that this image I actually took, flipped, and manipulated a little bit to make it a little clearer in the thumbnail. So before anybody jumps on me about altering someone's photo, I just wanted to make that clear. And this is apparently one of many fossils in a piece of bedrock recently uncovered in Upper Island Cove. We will flick past this. Here we go. So, for generations, the Coombs family walked over grass, moss, and rock in an area behind their house in Upper Island Cove. Last year, while tending to their vegetable garden, one member of the family was fetching water near a tree that had been uprooted by wind from a hurricane. Laying exposed was a sheet of bedrock that had a fern-shaped fossil on top of it. The family posted a photo of the ancient-looking thing to local Facebook group, Newfound Fossils, in hopes that someone with a bit of knowledge could identify it. Turns out they could. A student of Memorial University Earth Sciences professor Duncan McElroy recognized the fern-shaped form, which immediately sparked McElroy's interest. This is one of the most important sites in the world, said McElroy. A lot of these things are probably new, completely new to science. So one of the things I wanted to point out here is they talk about the craggy coastal Newfoundland landscape, and that's true. Let me just see if I can't get a terrain layer on that map. It doesn't really show well. Okay. Excuse me again. So some of the fossils belong to a grouping of life forms, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, known as either carnids or charnids, or possibly charnids. A jellyfish-like being from the Ediacaran period, roughly 560 million years ago. During that period, and this is one of the fun points of this story, the island of Newfoundland sat on the edge of Africa in a subcontinent called Avalonia. And just to illustrate that point, I will bring up the second screen, and this will show you, this is where Upper Island Cove is. Let me just, there we go, it's illuminated. So that's Upper Island Cove. I don't know if I'd necessarily call this craggy, but it is definitely a beautiful coastline, in my opinion. And apparently this is Spoon's Cove. No, just kidding. The aristocratic utensil has no place here. But just to zoom out to show you guys how much travel has been involved, we will mark that spot there and move out. Far, 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 far out. So Newfoundland used to be over here. And just to clarify that point, I will show you the Avalonian subcontinent. Okay. With an image. This is not actually as easy as it looks right away. Is that going to show it properly? Let me just see if I can get this image showing properly in a new tab here. Okay, that's not working. We will just go with that for the search and see what comes up here. Okay, I'm not able to find that in a hurry, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But just to return to the original story here. So some of the fossils, as I said, came from a subcontinent called Avalonia, which used to sit on the edge of Africa. McElroy says, the discovery is so new, some of the specimens do not have a name yet. It will take an amount of time to actually describe them, he says. And this is him standing next to the sheet of rock that features in the picture there. The team expects hundreds of fossils to be uncovered by the end of their work, and that the site of the fossils could theoretically stretch far beyond the 10 square meter area they hope to have uncovered by the end of the day. I do believe this is a day-old story. So yeah, there's another image of some of the fossils. This is what was described as fern-like, but I'm guessing this is one of those charnids, or part of it, at least. And they mentioned Ben Rideout, who is the fossil enthusiast who runs the group Newfound Fossils. And according to McElroy, finding a cache of fossils like this on land is unusual, similar only to a site in the UK, which also used to be connected to Newfoundland. It's very important that given the subject matter of the moment, Terra Nova Tuesday, that everyone remember that Newfoundland is in fact the center of the universe, and you should all be grateful that we exist. But just to return to this story again really quickly, I'm actually closing on 10 minutes, and these are meant to be short. He says he is flabbergasted, and this is right up there in terms of the most exciting things that I've seen in the field. McElroy recommends anybody who finds a similar fossil site to contact his team at Mon so they can come take a look. Sites of such significance are instantly protected by law and should be left alone by the public. To any would-be paleontologists out there, Rideout has this to say: keep your eyes on the rocks. Mr. McElroy, or Doctor, possibly, it's Newfoundland. It's pretty much all rock. Anyway, folks, that is it for me for this one. I hope you enjoyed this 7 o'clock short. Please do like, subscribe, share, comment, Rumble, if you're watching it on Rumble. I have Subscribestar, PayPal. I have a merch store. Do go and check all that stuff out. And I actually just gave myself an idea for a new piece of merch. So, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you continue to do well. And rise again until lambs become lions. Bye-bye. Yes, I would like to stop recording. Thank you.